The end goal is to really make Manitoba a have province. And these are just the first 2 steps towards a multi-step process of bringing home that opportunity for everybody in Manitoba.
Premier Wap Kinew was encouraged by Ottawa's renewed interest in Churchill, even though the port wasn't on the federal government's first list of nation-building projects. But First Nation leaders here say Northern development must include them. Prime Minister Mark Carney's government announced the first 5 projects under the new Building Canada Act, including expansions to pipelines, mines, nuclear power, and shipping in other provinces. While the Port of Churchill wasn't included, Ottawa says it remains under consideration, with plans that it could see major upgrades.
To see our federal government in Canada talk about Manitoba having a potential project of national importance, I don't know if we've had that since Manitoba entered Confederation.
Kinew says the mention of Churchill is a positive sign, adding that investment is also needed to build all-weather roads in the north and grow Manitoba's economy.
If we're constructing the next generation of port and other infrastructure, if we're building an energy corridor, we're talking about tens of billions of dollars of investment. Now all of a sudden, a $5 billion road network is in the realm of the possible.
When I think about any projects that come through Manitoba, you will have to talk to our First Nations leadership first before you enter into our territories.
Chief Wilson's comments come as First Nation leaders in Manitoba express frustration over being left out of Ottawa's new Indigenous Advisory Council, created to guide the major projects office. The Manitoba Métis Federation was given a seat, but no First Nation leaders from this province were invited, which Wilson feels is a mistake.
Having one representative from, the Métis here in the region, that voice does not speak for First Nations. And so First Nations voices need to be heard at every table.
We've been always proactive, and even with the Hudson's Bay, we showed 77% workforce. And I think that's a great example of why Southern Chiefs and the First Nations that we represent should be included in these kinds of advisories.
I think it is a missed opportunity to not include a Manitoba First Nations representative on this Indigenous Advisory Council.
Ottawa says the council reflects a cross-section of Indigenous leadership and will ensure meaningful consultation. However, the Premier says he will be bringing this issue up with federal leadership. In Winnipeg, Mitchell Ringos, City News.